I quit my job. No,
wait,
it's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, like, he was just being nice, and I get it, media, whatever, he has to be nice. Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22, I do make $100,000, that's cool. And
Hi there. So this clip has been going viral on TikTok and Twitter. This guy having a breakdown in his car. In case you didn't hear, he's 22 years old and he makes over 6 figures, $100,000 a year at age 22. Number one, I just want to say that's incredibly awesome that somebody at the age of 22 can make that much of money. But I also need to say that you're incredibly stupid. And look, I'm never going to shame somebody for crying, but the fact that you're upset over the fact that you quit a job at 22 in which you're making way more than I don't think I've ever met a 22-year-old ever in my life who's been able to make $100,000 at age 22. That's an incredible accomplishment, but you quit your job. Why? So you can talk to Logan Paul and beg him for a job opportunity to work for him? I don't know who needs to be shooketh up and have a reality check, but you bet your green beans that I would never quit a job in which I was making 6 figures just in hopes that a celebrity on YouTube would hire me as I beg him for validation that he'll pick up my career. Let me tell you something. If you're 22 years old and you make $100,000 a year, most even people who are married don't even make that combined in the US. In literally 5 to 6 years, you being 22, you could literally use that money that you make. You could become a multi-millionaire in literally less than 10 years. If you learn how to manage your money, allow your money to work for you, invest. Imagine being retired by age 30 because you properly had a fantastic job that you didn't just throw to the side because you're an idiot because you had no backup plan.
I want to act. I want to do these things. I'm having a breakdown right now. Oh, I'm sitting in the cast. I don't even know what to do. Like, I did come up here by myself. I do have family, but we're not the closest. And I don't have really close friends. You know, there's millions of people trying to do what I'm trying to do. Just watch the clip, okay?
Did it sneak in or going?
No, I didn't. I quit my job. No,
wait,
it's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like
here?
on stage? Or you just like?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak videos.
I'm sorry. I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, like, I just needed to talk to you.
You're one of those people that sneaks into events or conventions without paying to hassle and beg for somebody's attention. I don't like people like you. I have dealt with people like you who manage to sneak into a conference or a convention and make things horrible for other people. I mean, that happens even with paying people to these types of situations, but it definitely gets under my skin when somebody sneaks their way in and doesn't support, because a lot of conventions and a lot of events like this are a lot of them are done locally, at least in my state anyway. Like, it helps the people who are creating the event. There are employees of the event that are, a lot of them are volunteer, and it's just a slap in the face to people who actually put work in wanting to create a great event for other people.
Really, I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business, trying to get a job. Like, I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's
that.
Your TikTok
I did that video, you know, like going like that. Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
Yeah, I don't.
Then why would I
need a mentor.
This is frustrating. He literally says, you know, you have what it takes. You really got what it takes, huh? Don't you? No, I don't. Your lack of confidence in yourself is going to be your demise on not having success. But apparently you already had success, and then you just threw all your success away with, again, no backup plan. And you're lacking the confidence to pursue what your goals are. I'm of the belief that if you want to accomplish something, you can accomplish that. It doesn't matter what hinders your ability to get to where you want. If you have aspirations and you have goals, and that's what you put your mind to, and you put your work ethic to it, and you don't stop and you don't give up, and you're gonna say, this is what I'm going to accomplish, you can and you will do it.
Well, why would I do that?
I want to be like, I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I'm a fuck up myself. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need
connections, and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people? Friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got amigos.
I don't.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God. I'm here by myself.
Where are you from?
I'm from Norwalk, Ohio.
You're a good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying. You have friends. Go make content. Do stuff with your friends. I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
I literally cannot right now. I just want to grab this person and shake him. 22 years old, and you're throwing away a 6 figures to work for Logan Paul. And look, you know what? You don't have to like Logan Paul. But he is absolutely right here. I'd be rolling my eyes at this guy. Like, you come in here, you don't even pay for the event, you sneak in here, you try to guilt trip me into saying, oh, could you please hire me? I don't have any friends. I quit my job at 22 where I'm making $100,000 a year. Again, I need to emphasize this. You could be retired in 10 years making that wage. 10 years of constant income where you're making that much money, you throw it away. For what? Validation? For the clout from Logan Paul that you would receive because he makes millions of dollars per year? You had a great foundation that you were standing on, and you crushed it. You destroyed it. For the only other reason I can even come to a remote conclusion is for clout. Wanting to have more money, wanting to have that validation for working for Logan Paul, and he denied you, and then you get on TikTok and cry about it. And I'm not shaming somebody for crying at all. I believe people need to be able to express themselves. But there's a level in which you have to sit back and really ask yourself, what the fuck were you thinking? In 2017, YouTube had a massive influx of destruction on their platform. For those of you who don't know, that's when YouTube came along and they implemented new rules and policies for demonetization. Literally, I had one of my most successful segments called Facepalm Sunday on this channel, which people loved. It was very successful. That whole series went bye-bye because of the whole demonetization process and the new rules and regulations. I couldn't swear like I could. I couldn't, really be mean to people on the internet much anymore. I had to, tone it back a lot. I evolved my content. I changed my content to fit within the guidelines. But one of the things in 2017, I was averaging about maybe $50,000 to $60,000 a year through YouTube's ad revenue service. And the crazy thing is that when demonetization hit, I went from making $50,000 to $60,000 a year to less that year of 2017. I made less than $20,000. It was a huge price cut, right? Like that's a huge jump in, your income, right? Now, obviously, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna affect me long term. I can't keep doing YouTube. It's not a viable option for a career, which even now, it still isn't. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. But I mentioned having a backup plan. Having a backup plan is absolutely crucial. I don't care who you are on the other side of the screen watching me right now, you need to have a backup plan. If you're gonna take gigantic risks like this idiot and drop a 6-figure income, have a backup plan. My backup plan, as many of you guys know, is construction. I went back to school in 2017. I played around in the medical field. I played around in the law enforcement. I played around in criminal justice. I played around even in history, wanting to become a history teacher. I played around in a lot of different fields because I still had time on my hands. And especially if you're in your early 20s, you got a lot of time to figure things out. You don't need to have all the life answers on like what your full-time job career is gonna be by age 22. Like that's just silly. Most people don't have that. Life is constantly changing. Your interests adapt. You evolve, you grow, you change. So I went back into construction. I got certified by the state, and now I'm certified in 3 different welding processes that I will fall back on if push came to shove. If I woke up tomorrow, right, and my channel was just gone. No more sponsors, no more additional ad revenue, my OnlyFans is gone, my Twitch is gone, I get fired from my other job, whatever it be, my backup plan is construction because there's always a need there. Whether it be electrician, whether it be a plumber, whether it be welding, whether it be construction overall, there's a constant demand for that type of stuff. And therefore, if you go to a trade school and you get certified in that area, that expertise, you're gonna have a backup plan to always be employed and have money coming in because it's always in need. And that's the thing. People talk about, COVID right now is affecting thousands of people in unemployment. They can't get jobs. Do you know how much money that you could make if you studied septic systems, at least in Washington State, because where I live, the suburbs is really common here, and a lot of houses and places are on septic systems, which is a type of drainage for waste, right? When like toilets and stuff. If you become a self-contractor, something I've been doing self-contract work for almost 10 years now, you specialize in that field, you're gonna make so much money. Because guess what? There's a need for septic people working with that type of job career. Learn everything you can about that interest or that passion, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be septic systems. I'm just using that as an example. I'm trying to motivate you, that person who I don't know on the other side of the screen, that you can do anything you put your mind to, you can learn about anything, you can become an expert in any field that you want, and to have that backup plan is one of the most important things in case things don't work out. So many people in their young 20s right now, I'm turning 30 in a few months, so many people in their young 20s are they're tunnel visioned, okay? They just look at one way, one thing, and they'll throw everything that they have away just in hopes of being able to grab onto something that, in this guy's case, fell through and he was denied by Logan Paul. It's humiliating, it's embarrassing, and you look like a fool. The level of privilege that this guy has to just throw away at 22 years of age is just, it's infuriating, it's frustrating. The level of, and I believe this kid has entitlement. This 22-year-old has absolute entitlement to throw something so successful away at such a young age to want to work with, of all people, especially Logan Paul, of all things, man. Whoever is watching this video, do not do what this guy did. He downplayed himself in front of Logan Paul for comfortability or for acceptance or for validation. I don't actually know the external factors of why you would downplay yourself, especially if you're already making $100,000 at 22 years old. That's pretty damn successful. And for you to downplay yourself in front of Logan Paul, it's like, I'm sorry, dude. You fucked up here majorly. And no amount of tears is gonna make me feel sorry for you giving up something that is so incredibly privileged and successful. Work ethic is vital in this generation, and it's lacking in so many people. A lot of people don't know how to be a hard worker, and they expect free handouts at every corner they go to. And unfortunately, that's just not how the motherfucking world works. And I hope you guys accept that. I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. I'm out.